You must watch this video if you are a practicing life coach in India, or you wish to build your life coaching business, or you want to become a life coach in future, because this was like the 20th call that I got from somebody who was explaining about the regret of investment that they made, which was of a huge amount, which was of like 3 to 4 lakhs into a certification which did not serve them well, and there was no way to get the refund, and this was with a very big personal brand. So if we talk about the names, then you might not even be able to believe that, oh, this happens as well. But guys, know that this happens. So I am going to talk about some cautionary measures on how to actually look at, or how to select your mentors, coaches, or trainers in general, to not actually feel this regret from your investment at least. So, whether you're choosing to work with somebody or take up a certification to improve your coaching skills, or whether you want to work with a business coach to grow your business sustainably, or you're choosing to work with marketing agencies or funnel building agencies, lead generation platforms, you can always pay attention to these things. And all of this video, the whole video is going to be a cautionary video, and at the end I will tell you some simple things on how can you actually build your business initially, because building the business fundamentally does not take a huge investment. And this I'm talking from my own experience, right? So if you really look at the coaching industry, it is booming right now, especially in India. It is relatively new, but there are more and more coaches who are getting certified, but there are not so many people who are actually willing to take up life coaching. Only when you are a person who can really deliver value, and people can see that through your content, through the way you are living your life, that is the only point when they want to work with you. But there are so many fake promises that are made into this 99 rupees, 199 rupees workshops or webinar that you go. So you go to this 99 rupees webinar, you are directed to the next level of maybe few thousands, uske baad few lakhs, and then you get trapped into this all you know this whole wishful thinking, where you are showed a bigger picture of something, and you are sold something that you don't even decide. Tell me that, is it really is it really a good thing to make a decision of investing few lakhs of your rupees in the 15-minute window that people give in a webinar, or people trying to convince you in the clarity call कि हमारे इतने लाख का ये है program, आप वो ले लो, trying to do that in 30 minutes. If a coach is actually confident about their skills and they know what they deliver, they will not sell anything to you. They will just say, okay, this is our service. Okay, if you want to work with us, please let us know. You might have hardly 1 or 2 follow-ups, but वो salesman की तरह आपको call करते नहीं रहेंगे, because a coach who actually has clients and is busy will not have the time to take follow-ups from you, at least if they don't have like a sales team. Okay, so ये जो sales वाला जो आपको दिखता है angle, अगर वो दिखता है तो understand that. Okay, that is one thing. Now whether you are choosing a certification, okay, सबसे पहले certification की बात करेंगे, फिर business development की बात करेंगे. So first we will talk about certification, and then we'll talk about business development. So let's say that you are a person who's looking for a certification, or who wants to upgrade their coaching skills. Look for live certifications, please. Live in the sense that there is a real time mentor, there is a real time coach who is teaching you those skills. And it would be great that if you can learn them from a practicing coach who practices coaching. Actually, it's not just that they are teaching you what is on the slides, who is practicing coaching, because they are into it. If you see that how it happens in doctors who are actually practicing, they are professors, right? Or they have not left their practice completely. They maybe become visiting professors, but they are still practicing, so they have that practical knowledge of the real-time situations. So it's always better to look for mentors like these, and there are certifications available into this category. For any reason, if you are not able to have, do not go for the courses that are like recorded. Okay, they have recorded how to become a coach, and there is nobody whom you can talk to. Okay, nobody you can ask doubts to. That is like a real pit to fall into. Okay, You can be of a different time zone, whatever reasons. Find out a place where you can have at least, agar video courses are there, somebody that you can talk to on a real time basis. That's very very essential in coaching. So as soon as this is over, go and work with a life coach. At least take 4 to 5 sessions to understand how life coaching works, or work with a life coach and create the personal transformation for yourself. Because if you have not experienced the service, how will you deliver that service to somebody else? Right? That is done. And after that, you simply start doing it for free for people to see how are you as a coach, right? So this is like the initial part where you're just taking up the certification. The second part is of business development. For example, you want to work with a business coach right now in order to make money or make more money, whatever your goals can be out of coaching. So what are certain things that you can look for? Once again, I will say the coach or the mentor should be available for you on a one-on-one basis for at least weekly calls, bi-monthly calls, or a monthly call where the person is sitting with you and evaluating how you're practicing coaching, how you practice, how, what are the systems of your business, how are you doing it. So if you really want a person to be there, choose a person like that who can be available for you, instead of burning that money on a personal brand, because brand does not make you a coach. What makes you a coach is your coaching skills. And people can sense that. People can sense your authenticity. People can sense what can you give to them when you show up for a clarity call. Your vibe and your body language speaks even before you open your mouth. So if you are into a knowledge giving business like this, your integrity is going to be your biggest USP. So that is very very important. That is something that cannot be compromised on. So here, if you choose a coach whose integrity you don't find, it's there, that solid, then you will also become a coach like that, and that's not something that people will love or people will choose to work with. So again, you'll be a part of a multi-level marketing system where you've just become a chain of something that is not so authentic. So that is why you need to choose a mentor who is there, available there for you. Second thing that you can look for is when people flaunt their numbers. That I made so much out of my business and all of those things. You need to ask them a question, that did you earn this from life coaching, or have you earned this through business coaching? So if you want the best results, work with a business coach who has been a life coach or still practicing life coaching. Because you see, if you love something, okay, if you really really love something, why will you stop practicing that just in order to open a different branch of it? Like for me, at least, how it goes is that most of my clients are life coaching clients, and I help them with accountability and life coaching. And business coaching is like an angle to it, which comes sometimes and which may not come sometimes, right? So if you ask me to choose right now, I will choose life coaching any day. Like if you ask me stop business coaching हमेशा के लिए, I can do that, क्योंकि वो हमेशा के लिए मेरे लिए एक side angle था. I wanted life coaches to not struggle by burning so much of money into these things which are not required. That's why I chose this. So I can give it away anytime. So prefer a life coach who's actually practicing. Because if you have picked up a skill that you're so good at and you have learned it and you have sort of just been there, so, and people still approach you, when you become good at coaching, it is not just the other coaches who approach you, it is normal public. यू नो अगर तुम्हें देखना है कि कोई सक्सेसफुली लाइफ कोचिंग प्रैक्टिस करता है कि नहीं, गो एंड चेक देयर ऑडियंस कौन है, मतलब उनके साथ काम कौन करता है क्लाइंट्स. सो इफ देर इज नॉर्मल पब्लिक, लाइक इफ आई एम अ लाइफ कोच फॉर women, I have women who are not other, I have women who are not coaches. I have leaders who have to do nothing with coaching, right? So अगर ऐसे लोग आप पे ट्रस्ट करते हैं, देन यू कैन से दैट येस, योर लाइफ कोचिंग थिंग इज गोइंग ऑन गुड, इट्स गोइंग ऑन ग्रेट. सो जिन्होंने इनके साथ काम किया है, क्योंकि उनको पता है, they know that something that was not known in the market, they were able to sell that service, so they will be able to teach you better. So this is something that you look for. So ask them the breakup. You see how Shark Tank में पूछते हैं कि if they are telling इतना revenue था, so what was the breakup, how much came from life coaching and how much came from business coaching. because I'll tell you something, there is more amount of money that can be earned from business coaching. So do not get very glamored by just looking at the numbers, and logically सोच के देखो, ठीक है? So any person who is confident about the service, वो नहीं बोलेगा नहीं आज ही बुक करो, आपको आज ही करना पड़ेगा, आज ही करोगे तो इतना डिस्काउंट मिलेगा. Nonsense. Like, that's a real red flag for me in sales when they're just giving me instant discounts. I'm like, no, I don't need that. So anything that's pushy for me, where there's a push energy, instant red flag for me. So that's how I look at it. And when it comes to marketing and ads, ad running an ad is a scaling tool. It is not it is not a marketing tool. It is not marketing. मतलब क्या होता है? What is marketing? You speaking to people about your work. For that you don't need ads. Your organic reach will take some time, and your organic reach is not just videos. Okay, you can write great articles, you can sort of communicate your message through paintings, through dancing. Anything is possible, right? So it's not just that. So when people really like your message that they are getting from your content, people are willing to work with you. I got my first life coaching client when I had like 300 or 400 followers, right? So it's not that number of followers भी ऐसे होने चाहिए, your this funnel, that funnel, nonsense funnel, none of the funnels is required. Okay, so ads don't work the way they are promoted to work. Okay, they are a scaling tool. If you have done some clients and you are clear about your niche, tab jaake ads may be helpful. So the people's whose ads you see on Instagram of other coaches, of bigger coaches, they have made at least for a return on ad spend. I was seeing an article that on a return on of ad spend of at least a few 7-8 लाख रुपए इन्वेस्ट करने के बाद उनको 1-2 लाख रुपए का प्रॉफिट हुआ था. ओके, सो दे इन्वेस्ट लाइक इन 20-25 lakhs into ads. उनका एड स्पेंड बहुत ज़्यादा होता है, तब जाके उनको इतने लोग मिलते हैं. एंड इट इज़ बिकमिंग अ ट्रैप, इट इज़ बिकमिंग अ बबल where real coaching is lost. Okay, so I got certified from ICF, which is like the gold standard of life coaching. ICF is the International Coaching Federation, and there are so many code of ethics, regulations, and all of those things. And a lot of brands actually, they do not follow all these rules. Okay, and why are these rules and regulations important? Because without that, coaching does not work, right? So it just becomes like another advice giving platform, which is not actually coaching. Okay, so you may take like a year or a two or maybe three to establish yourself properly, but it's worth it rather than burning your money and burning your time into things that do not align with you. Just ask yourself, how do I feel with this mentor, right? It's not just about the hype and the motivation. Mentor के साथ ऐसा नहीं लगना चाहिए. How do you feel with the mentor is that you are getting a lot of insights, exactly where mentor के साथ I'm talking about. Okay, the mentor is pointing out to the problem, उस cause को point out कर रहे हैं, and you are improving it. How do you feel with the coach? With a coach, you feel that you are able to reflect upon things, or you are able to find solutions to your problem on your own. That's how you feel with a coach. Like you found out something about yourself, or you felt a certain way that you were not feeling before. ओके, सो ये सारी चीज़ें हैं जो एक मेंटर और कोच के साथ लगती है. एंड बिल्डिंग दैट केपेबिलिटी इज़ मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट, because if you have the capability, you will see it in the numbers, you'll see it in the bank account. But focus on building that capability, and pay attention to everything that I mentioned in this particular video. Even if it is one client at a time, and even if it is one conversation at a time, it's okay. But building the capability here is important, because people are trusting us with the most important things of their life. You can't even imagine what all things people share in a coaching sessions. It's a very deep, for me it's almost like sacred. So there is no point in fooling yourself and in fooling others. I hope you have a wonderful, emotionally and financially enriching journey as a coach.